Panama says it has asked UN experts to inspect Cuban weapons found on board a seized North Korean ship in the Panama Canal. The crew of the vessel is to be charged with crimes against Panama's internal security, officials there said. The ship was seized by Panama last week after undeclared military cargo was found hidden in a shipment of sugar. United Nations, UN, sanctions prohibit the supply of arms to North Korea in the dispute over its nuclear program. Cuba earlier admitted being behind the stash of weapons found on board the ship. It said they were obsolete Soviet-era arms from Cuba headed for repair in North Korea. Panamanian officials seized the boat after its crew failed to respond to communication attempts. Officials said they had suspected the ship could be carrying illegal goods, initially thought to be drugs. 2 more containers. On Wednesday, Panama's Security Minister José Raúl Mulino said officials had discovered 2 more containers with suspected arms, in addition to the 2 already confiscated. He said Panama had asked the UN for advice on how to proceed in the case of the vessel being caught smuggling arms from Cuba through the canal. Mr. Mulino added that he expected Panama to hand over the ship and its contents to the UN. The Cuban Foreign Ministry said in an earlier statement that the vessel was carrying 240 tons of obsolete defensive weapons, 2 anti-aircraft missile complexes, 9 missiles in parts and spares, 2 MiG-21 bis fighter planes and 15 MiG engines. It said they were all made in the mid-20th century and were to be repaired and returned to Cuba. The ship's main cargo was 10,000 tons of sugar. Havana reaffirmed its commitment to peace, disarmament, including nuclear disarmament, and respect for international law. The vessel, called Changchang, left Russia's Far East on April 12 and traveled across the Pacific Ocean before entering the canal at the start of June, with Cuba as its stated destination. It was stopped near Manzanillo on the Atlantic side of the canal last week, but Panama only released details of the find on Tuesday. The vessel disappeared from satellite tracking systems after it left the Caribbean side of the canal, resurfacing on July 11. Experts say this may indicate that the crew switched off the system which automatically communicates details of their location. Panamanian President Ricardo Martinelli posted on his Twitter account an image of a large green object inside a cargo container, saying it contained suspected sophisticated missile equipment. He added that even if the military cargo was found to be obsolete, it was still illicit to carry it through Panamanian territory without prior notification.